Is religion a childish thing?
A very interesting question. But may I ask, why are you asking it?
Because I'm religious.
Yeah, go on.
And I am an adult.
Please, go on,
And so I don't want to compromise my adultness, my maturity, by being childish.
I see. So you don't want to compromise your maturity by being childish.
Yes, I'm concerned that my idea of God might be nothing more than a pathological projection of my childhood relationship to my father onto the cosmos, and that I've sublimated my unconscious feelings of guilt towards my father onto a sky god, a super ego.
Super ego. Excellent choice of words.
What if the whole thing is irrational?
Irrational, well, yes, after all, how could all that mumbo-jumbo that Moses the Egyptian did in the desert be really rational?
Egyptian? What mumbo-jumbo?
Well, for example, all that mumbo-jumbo voodoo that the Kohanim did in the tabernacle that Moses constructed, with all the fetishistic mishmash, the cherubim on top of the ark und so weiter.
Of course, there is the parochet.
Parochet, was ist das Parochet?
The parochet was the curtain that divided the innermost chamber of the Mishkan, the Holy of Holies, from the outer chamber.
So what does this division have to do with all the irrational mishmash?
Well, it makes you wonder. Makes me wonder. The parochet signified the division between the rational and the non-rational.
Ach so? How so?
On the outside of the parochet, in the larger chamber, the holy, the kodesh, there were 3 items.
Die Menorah, die Candelabra, das Mizbeach, the incense altar, und the Shulchan, the table mit showbread.
Herr Doctor, you know your book of Exodus.
For anthropological, psychological purposes.
These 3 items represent 3 cognitive faculties. Chokhmah, the moment of insight, Bina, the ability to comprehend the insight, and Da'at, the ability to integrate what is comprehended into daily life.
Ja, im Ernst? But this would mean that Judaism is a rational enterprise, at least insofar as insight, comprehension und cognitive integration.
Chokhmah, Bina, Da'at.
Ach so, Chabad. So Judaism does involve rational cognition?
Yes, it does. Naturally, the human intellect is beset by all types of limitations. Judaism is not science. The axiomatic truths of Judaism are not testable through experimentation. But at the same time, the Jewish concept of truth, emet, is not really reducible to any Western concept, the adequatio rei et intellectus of the medieval schoolmen, which they inherited from Platonic philosophy, Heidegger's concept of aletheia, Popper's falsification.
Ja, go on.
In any case, given these limitations, Judaism is quite rational.
Donnerwetter, erstaunlich. This is quite surprising.
And yet, there is the parochet.
Selbstverständlich, the parochet. What about it?
On the other side of the parochet,
in the Holy of Holies,
was the Aron Habrit, the Ark of the Covenant.
The golden-plated wooden chest containing the 2 tablets received at Mount Sinai by Moses, the monotheist.
And the Ark represents that element of Judaism that is no longer rational.
The irrational element.
Well now, Herr Doctor, how could it be irrational if the sacred place of the holy embodied the rational?
A good point. And yet the Holy of Holies, as you say, embodies something non-rational.
Supra-rational.
Supra-rational. Super-ego. Supra-rational.
Unlike the irrational, the supra-rational has done due diligence in the realm of the cognitive, chokhmah, bina, da'at.
I see, but then what does the supra-rational really add to the rational?
It adds a childlike trust beyond every due diligence of cognitive doubt, an absolute trust in God.
Ah, so religion is childish in the final analysis.
Not childish, childlike.
Are you playing semantics with me? What are you hiding?
No hiding, no semantics. The childlike experience in the Holy of Holies, like the absolute trust that a child places in his mother or father, simply accesses the deepest truths of the Torah. After we've entered into the zone of consciousness that is rational, the holy, we can then proceed into the next zone of consciousness, the Holy of Holies, where not just our intellect, but our entire being is tenderly embraced by a total divine consciousness.
That sounds rather nice, actually. Though in the final analysis, you do not really compromise your maturity by being childlike.
I guess not. I guess not. Wow. Wow, Doctor. Thank you. Thank you so much for helping me come to that realization.
All in a day's work.
Is this why they call psychoanalysis the Jewish science?
What?
Did you put on tefillin today?
What?
Come here, Doctor. Let's do something a little supra-rational.